So I've seen Jurassic Park a lot because it is one of my faves. I just realized how he got them to agree to Jurassic Park. Now, I don't know if you guys know anything about the ologists, right? Most of these sciencey jobs, right? These yeah, I'll just say sciencey jobs because I can't really get it, excuse me, to come to mind. The ologist jobs, paleontologist, anthropologist, botanists. That's what I mean when I say ologist. They require funding so they can go find whatever it is they feel is out there that we need to know, that they think will benefit us or benefit the society in some way. They need funding. A lot of these jobs isn't something that you can get 8 hours a day from, like a paycheck, like a normal check. It's all through grant funding. And basically, apparently, he was funding their project to dig up the dinosaur bones anyway, Fred Hammond, and he legit said, I will fund your project for 3 more years. So they agreed to go, which is crazy because when I tell you I watch Jurassic Park a lot, like a lot, and the fact that I never saw this part. Look, I've seen him have a conversation with them in the trailer, but I never picked up on the fact that they agreed to go because he was going to fund their project. I never picked up on that. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out, where was I? Maybe I wasn't in the room. Maybe I was, because my attention is always split when I'm watching my favorite shows, even because I've seen them so much. I could basically talk about, would never talk Jurassic Park because it is just a beautiful movie. But I'm just like, what? And that was another scene that's coming up that I don't really recognize. So I'm about to see what's up. But I'm like, where have I been? This is just the regular Jurassic Park way back when I was in middle school. This is this Jurassic Park I'm watching. But it's just interesting to me that that's how he got them there. Surprising. One of the things that's getting to me about Jurassic Park, I think it's because I'm dealing with an on and off again migraine, is the music. It's just too much music. Also, the fat guy, like, I've seen his scene before too, but it's crazy that I never realized how giddy he was and how, like, childlike his character was, learning about how much money he would be making and how to use this device that's supposed to masquerade as a shaving cream. But what I find interesting is the fact that he didn't even need that. Like, he didn't live on the island. I don't think it didn't show that they had beds there. So why did you need a shaving cream canister? I mean, I know you needed some way to carry those things, but really? It's interesting because he's not the first one to take stuff off. I've watched all of the Jurassic Park. He's not the first one to take things off that island. But, I mean, the first one in this, he was the first person in this series, like, because this is the first Jurassic Park, but all the other ones, other people have been mucking around in that. But anyway, let's proceed to the rest of the movie. But I just find it interesting how he was acting. It was really strange. I feel like I've missed something, and I didn't, but I feel like I have. The woman has a plant, a very old plant that had been alive since the Cretaceous period, but it never showed her stop to pick any leaves. It didn't show them give her any piece of plant. I may have to go back. I don't know. Maybe I'm just focusing too much on that. Like, they're just giving her something to look at, but it never showed. It never showed that. So it's interesting. It's interesting. One of the things I realize is Dr. Hammond doesn't know how to read the room. Like, I don't think he understands or realizes when they seem astonished and, like, excited about the T-Rex. They're really not. Like, they're paleontologists. That is their job, to study not only the bones but animal behavior of the dinosaurs. So they know, like, how dangerous excuse me, a dinosaur is, and that dinosaur is, and the fact that he has one, they're like, are you serious? And it's almost like his heart stopped, and Dr. Setter, which is the woman, she was like, oh my gosh. Alan, like, you know, sit down. Alan's like, you could see by his face, he's like, this crazy old man, oh my gosh, what did he get himself into? And of course, you know, we've all seen Jurassic Park, those of us that like that type of stuff, and we know he's going to get a swift talking to later. But it's just crazy that he's just thinking, it's so great, such a good thing that I've done. Let's proceed. One of the things that I wanted to point out really quick is Jurassic Park happened in a weekend. Like, he legit asked them to stay for a weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't think they made it the whole weekend. I really don't think they did. I don't think they had two nights on that island. I don't think they did. I'm gonna see, but I do find it interesting that he did ask them that, and the amount of craziness that happened. So we're on day one. So let's call day one Friday, right? Let's call it Friday, and let's see what's happening. But this is like, this is crazy. This is crazy to me. Watching a baby dinosaur hatch is literally like something nightmares are made of. Like, this is freaky. Like, if I was younger and I spent a lot of time, or I paused right here where I did, I think I would have nightmares watching this dinosaur come out this egg, because it is scary looking. I love to see their reaction once he tells them what type of dinosaur this is. Jeff Goldblum's character, I don't remember his name, because he's always just been very talkative and a wild card. I love his character, but I love that when he's given this speech about basically life finds a way, like how do you know they're going to stay female. I like how they zoom in on his face to let them know, to basically try to get you to remember this moment, because something wild is about to happen. Now, I just want to let you guys know, I am watching this as a fan. Like, I love Jurassic Park, and I'll give you my thoughts about why I love it at the end. But I just like, one of the things I like when they just zoomed in on his face like that. And then you have the guy that, oh my gosh, I just know everything, scientist, because I'm actively working to create these things. His whole smug look, like, yeah, whatever. Like, I know what I'm talking about. I'm hot stuff. Like, that's the look he's giving based on where I paused the movie at. The fact that the paleontologist is more scared of a raptor than a T-Rex is astonishing, and his expression is not lost on me, but it's literally lost on the scientist Gary, who thinks that he's hot stuff. Because, are you serious? I would have killed it in my hands. You could easily just rip its head off its body, but at the same time, I don't condone violence, or, well, violence when necessary, but I don't condone killing. So I would toss it to someone else to kill it. Like, oh, it's a roach, you know, or a rat, something. I don't know. I won't think of it as a dinosaur, but it's just crazy just how their negligence played out in the movie. But let's keep going. Oh my gosh. So they're feeding the raptors. You should see Fred Hammond's face. He's like, oh my gosh, they're not gonna sign off on my stuff. I was literally trying to get them to come eat and not really pay attention, and they should have never fed them right now. They should at least waited till we were gone. Oh my gosh, you see his face of, like, that's the face of dread. And then the fact that the cow still has the rope around its neck, I'm like, are you serious? Why couldn't you take the rope off the cow's neck before you put it down in there? And then it's being eaten, but it's just making regular cow noises. It's not screaming. Just meow, meow. But it's not screaming. Like, that's insane to me. Excuse me. Alright. You know how you have those people in your life that overshares? You know, whether it's friends, family, whatever, and you meet someone new and they can't stop talking, they just keep talking, and you're like, shut up. You give them the look, or you be like, or you try to like cut them off and be like, hey, yeah, but no, that's not what it is right now. So one of his guys that work for him is one of those people, because at the beginning of the movie, one of the raptors ate his people. So he's not afraid to overshare. He legit said they all should be dead. So he said, and Fred Hammond's like, no, that's what we're taking precautions. Everything's good. But the guy is like, yeah, no. What you need to know, I got the tea. I got it all. What you need to know. So yeah. So what I find interesting is that at the lunch scene, nobody ate. Even, and the food didn't look good either. It's like some type of meat with like crispy carrots, I think. But even though they're having a heated discussion, you would think they would at least try the food. And everyone was like, absolutely not. So I just want to, so I am 38 minutes in. This is a Friday afternoon at this point because lunchtime. And the kids have arrived. And prior to, they're giving him basically the third degree. Jeff Goldblum's character. I forgot, like I said, I don't remember his name. Because I don't know if they say his name a lot. But yeah. And he's like basically scolding him. And the only person is on his side is the lawyer, because the lawyer sees money. Excuse me, but it gets you thinking. Like, was he present in history class, in biology, in earth science? Was he present in any of those areas that talk about dinosaurs, and which is the character of the lawyer, right? I'm not speaking as far as reality. I'm just talking about the character. I know that his job is to make sure they don't get sued or make sure they're ready to be out there to do things. But did he really took the time to learn about dinosaurs? Or was he just too old to remember? I don't know. Same thing with Dr. Hammond. Same thing. Something that just occurred to me. So these electric cars, they ride along the track. They're not connected to the track. So I find it interesting. Like, what? Is it like a whole, they're being pulled by magnets? Because normally when something is electric and it's along a track, it's connected somehow to the track. It's not connected. So the car is being pulled. Because, you know, this is back in the day. They want to make it seem like it's not. But it's being pulled by, like, I'm going to call it fishing line or something like that. Or there's a driver and they just purposely is taking him out through special effects. Because back then they did have special effects because they have the dinosaurs. So, yeah. So because this is one of my favorite movies, I am critiquing it a lot harder than the rest of them. Every little thing that I see is coming to me. Also the fact that I am still trying to stare off this headache. But I find it interesting that the kids have arrived, right? And they're going to the cars. Dr. Hammond says his piece about it's electric, no driver. He all but ran back into the building. Like, I've never seen a man with a cane move so fast. He looked back and just like kept scurrying inside. So I'm like, he knew some mess was about to go down, and he didn't want to be anywhere near it. I don't care how they try to make it seem like he's just gonna go watch them from the security, from I don't know, whatever office they are. But I feel like he knew in his heart and heart some mess about to go down, and he would rather be as far away from the drama as possible. I think that's what's going on. Okay, so we know that both the paleontologists, they're dating, right? If you haven't picked up on it, they're dating. And the woman, she wants children, and apparently he does not. And it's funny because the kids have arrived and she's basically having the kids follow him to see if he can get into that parent mode. But do guys really have that? Like, honestly, do they have the desire to be like, I want to be a parent? Like, I hear guys saying they want to be a dad, but for a woman, it's like a feeling, like an urge. It hits you at different parts of your life. I want to be a mom. And usually, I'm going to just speak for me. When I had that feeling, there was no children around me. It was just something in my brain just clicked. I was not around children. It was just urge. I still don't have kids, which is fine because I have tons of nieces and nephews, but I'm just like gonna have 3 cats. So technically, you know, they're they squabble and they act like children. So, but anyway, so basically that's what she's trying to do. I'm getting off topic, but she's trying to get him to get into that I want to have children mindset. But it's interesting that they were able to sneak that in there, you know? And if you think about books, because most movies come from books. I don't know if there's a Jurassic Park book. I gotta look it up and see. I've never seen one, but there might be. But like they've always found a way to add a little bit of humanity in something, like normal situations, like the woman wants children, or the woman or guy fell in love, you know, these type of thoughts. They've always managed to get those things into books, and Jurassic Park is no different. It's no different. I love the entrance of Jurassic Park. I think that is really nice. Like, maybe I should have that like as an entrance to the house I'm gonna build one day, or some type of RV park. I don't know. It all depends on how I feel. Like, I will be planning until I get whatever. But just imagine having an RV park and it's like Jurassic Park. Let's just say it's Jurassic Park with the whole torches, and the gate opens automatically, and you can only get in by a little decal that you get for however time you're going to be there for. Nothing you stick on the car, but you put on like your dash, and it just scans it as you come up to the door and it opens up. That would be really nice. You know, it'll be really cool, and just I'll be like, oh my gosh, like, are we locked in here? I don't know. But it'll let you out no matter what. But you know, once you've hit your day, like let's say you want to be there for 4 days, on the 4th day you check out at 11. Once you leave, you got to make sure you have all your stuff, because you can't get back in. That's like the only, I would say, the drawback, like once 11 o'clock hits, right? But like let's say within those 4 days you want to come and go, or for whatever reason, you can, as long as that thing is on your dashboard. But other than that, yeah, I mean, why not? And then I personally wouldn't worry about anyone breaking into your car and taking your decal, because they're supposed to have one to get in there. But we could be like, put it when you're in the park, put it somewhere you can find it, because, or whatever. I don't know. I'm thinking too deep. But I don't know. I just like that. All right. So something that strikes me, and it's gonna come up again. But first of all, Dr. Hammond hates Jeff Goldblum's character. That's one. Dr. Grant is very secure in his relationship with Dr. Stellar, because Dr. Jeff has been flirting with her the whole time. Also, they went to the Tyrannosaurus paddock and it never showed up. They raised a goat to a platform raise it up out of the ground, and the goat, it was never eaten. The goat just laid down. Later on in the movie, the Tyrannosaurus eats the goat eventually, throws the leg over the fence, but then it just stands up. It just stands up and walks out. And what gets me is that part, because that's where like the real action starts. They fall down into that pen, and these trees are like 30 feet tall or more. You mean to tell me the T-Rex is taller than the trees in its paddock? That's insane to me. That's really insane. But I don't know if anyone else caught that. I legit just caught it. And like I said, I've been watching this for a long time. I legit just caught that they have to climb down into the T-Rex's thing. When he stood up, he was taller than the trees. that means you should be taller than I can't even get it now, but the ones that eat the plants, the really tall ones. I can't remember what their names are. It'll come up later, but you mean to tell me that it's taller than those things? It's not. It's crazy. It's crazy, but let's just keep going. I do need to work on remembering these characters' names, but when you're fighting a migraine, it is what it is. Okay, so the fat guy, right? Sorry for those of you that may not like that, but he was so suspicious, and everyone's looking at him like, "Why are you talking?" It was crazy. And he just kept blabbering, and the fact that he don't. I'd been like, dude, what did you do? What is it? You know, like, get to the point. Like, my sister tells me that sometimes. Get to the point. And it's crazy because he basically screwed them, and no one bothered to ask what systems are going to be offline. And then the dinosaur, the Triceratops, is sick. Every 6 weeks, she gets sick, and she has pus on her tongue. Gross. And the doctor puts her hand in a giant pile of poop looking for lilac buds, seeds, whatever. Like, certain things get digested. Like, why would you see that? That could be exactly what's making her sick. You know, and plus she did say that there are a lot of poisonous plants on that island. They picked them because they're pretty. Oh my gosh. I mean, they never alluded to the fact that she might be pregnant, which that could be a possibility. But the good part, like, the action is about to start. So I do have a lot of thoughts on that when it comes up, but let's keep watching. Okay, so I guess his name is Andy. So I know Andy, the fat guy. He has a time limit. He has to get to the boat, right? Now, why does it make sense for them to get to the boat by way of going through the park? How does that make sense when they got on the helicopter that was not in the park? That doesn't make any sense at all. It's like weird to me. It's weird. And then he is so aggressive in his movements. Like, so the part I'm looking at, he collected the eggs, and now he's making his way to the dock. He got to the entrance that says Jurassic Park, and he's like so like rough and irritated. Like, why? You have 15 minutes, literally. Like, driving in the rain isn't that bad, and I feel like that's how all this chaos happened with him, and that's why he ended up dying. But you know what's crazy? They also never found his body, or looked for him. Not come to think about it, they looked for him in the building, but they never looked for him on the island. They were like, we have more important things to worry about, like surviving. But I just find it interesting that after he get the embryos, he's now super aggressive with his movements and irritated and just have no patience. It's crazy. Easy fixes, right? So he's driving erratically. He hit the sign for the docks. Now he's trying to figure out which way to go. Once again, frustrated, trying to wipe his glasses off with his hands. He could have taken less than a second to literally clean his glasses off and drive. Like, to be honest, him shutting this stuff down, I don't even think would have been necessary because of the storm and how they were talking about the storm. Like, I think the storm would have knocked out stuff anyway, but they put it in there just to get the chaos starting. Okay, I think that would have just been fine. All of this extra stuff trying to get to the docks, I think it's fluff. And it's not needed because, like I said, once they could not find him in the building, they forgot about him. They stopped looking for him. He was no longer important. So, like, his part was unnecessary. And the fact that because he was driving aggressively and didn't take the time to clean his glasses, This is the reason why he's in the predicament that he's in. And I feel like he shouldn't have been in. Even the dinosaur that attacked him was never to be seen again. Like the movie was basically based on 3 dinosaurs. And I don't know, I'm like, it's almost like I'm summing it up right now, but I'm just saying, like, Andy's part was fluff, and he would have survived if he spent the time to clean his glasses off. Like, I wear glasses for a living, okay? Like, I need to see. And so my glasses get wet. I get it when when I get into my car, my glasses are wet. I don't drive with wet glasses. I stop. I take a moment and I make sure they are completely dried, and I clean them. My windshield is foggy or is covered in water. I make sure I turn my wipers and my defroster on. These are the things that you can do while driving, and it will make your driving experience so much better. But it's a movie and they have to make it 2 hours long. But yeah, and it's only now that I'm like, his part was so unnecessary. Some of the things, that they show you in these movies is just absolutely crazy. Like, so the goat has been bad, making noise this whole entire time. All of a sudden it's quiet. Why didn't you hear the goat scream when the T-Rex snatched it up? Right? It doesn't have hands to pick, like the hands are so small they can't pick them up. Why didn't you hear it scream? Why was a perfectly cut goat leg dropped on top of the car when, once again, he doesn't have really long arms? So how, like, he grabbed it and flicked it up in the air? Like, the goat would have been screaming. And seriously, the vibrations is maybe the power trying to get back on, according to the lawyer. Like, really? And only the smallest person saw the vibration and felt the vibration. No one else felt it. Like, you guys ever heard the story of the princess and the pea? It gave me those type of vibes. You know you're a princess if you can feel the pea, a small little pea underneath your mattress. And that's the one that the prince decided to marry. He literally was the only one, the boy was the only one that felt the vibrations first. But nobody else. I don't want to say it's impossible, because I feel things under my feet that most people don't feel until it's like a big problem. But still, I find it weird. Anyway, now the T-Rex is eating the goat. And it's not dead, so why isn't it making noise as it's going down the T-Rex's throat? And the T-Rex is literally taller than the fence. Oh gosh. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so another thing I just noticed right now, the door is closed on the SUV with the kids. When the lawyer ran out, it was open. There's going to be a scene that's going to come up where they close the door and he loses his everlasting mind, the T-Rex. But right now it's closed, and the girl is just looking for a flashlight like a crazy person. But okay. The T-Rex is literally ignoring the SUVs right now, and she basically brings attention to them. But yeah, let's go. All right, so 2 things. They close the door. He crouched down like a cat trying to hunt. Now it switched angles. He's sitting up staring at the T-Rex, and the sister's like freaking. I had the little scary look on her face. So, like I said, I've watched this a lot of times, and it's only hitting me now because I'm watching it for a purpose besides enjoying it. And I feel like I know why now he was so interested in the kids, because they kept moving. Instead of staying still, they kept moving, which kept drawing his interest. So yeah. They literally turned the car that the kids are in into a giant chew toy for the T-Rex, which is crazy. Giant chew toy. He is like attacking the tires, attacking the car, just chewing on things. Like, let's think about this. in a logical sense, do you think if they stopped screaming and didn't move, he would have pushed the car over the ledge? I don't know, because he was so stuck on trying to eat the tires and destroy the car in itself that I think he probably gave up on the kids. I don't know. But that's just what I saw. Okay, so I see why the kids had to get out. He was literally he was gonna smush them like pancakes. But the part that got me is Ian, Dr. Malcolm, there's his name. He was riding the nose of the T-Rex. How he got up there? Like, how did he get up there? And they don't show us how, like, just how they don't show how the woman got the leaf at the beginning of the movie. But like, that's crazy. And then the lawyer, he got ate on the toilet. I think honestly, if I saw the walls fall, I would fall with the walls and act like I'm dead, just blop on the floor, probably hold my breath, because literally that's what saved Dr. Malcolm was the leaves and stuff fell on top of him from the bathroom and the T-Rex didn't see him. But I think I would have done the same just to try to live a little bit longer. All right, so I don't know if his name is Dennis or his name is Andy, the fat guy, but um, I thought Jurassic Park had like concrete fencing around every paddock, like around everything. Like this guy just drove through a wooden fence and got stuck in one of the first dinosaur that had come up to paddock. Like how? Like that dinosaur could have just came and attacked people already. And then two, Dr. Hammond only cared about his grandkids. He was like, hey, would you be so kind to go get my grandkids? Like, not even like, can you bring everybody back? No, just bring my grandkids. Who cares about the doctors, especially Dr. Malcolm? He could die. And the woman's like, yeah, I'm going to, because I'll be damn, you don't leave my man out there. Absolutely not. But it's crazy. So let's backtrack a little bit. They're at the T-Rex paddock. The T-Rex is going ham on that car, right? And so they ended up falling into his pen. Now, when I tell you his pen is deep, but the goat wasn't there. The goat was eye level where they can see the goat. So that's what I'm saying. And it was crazy because trees was growing right there. So there's a big disconnect on what we're seeing and what they were trying to show to us. Okay, yeah, his name is Dennis because he called himself Dennis, but he lost his glasses. He left the door open to his Jeep. Like, sir, you work on an island with dangerous dinosaurs in a power outage that you create. So they're practically free. Why would you leave your vehicle door open now? How does that make sense? And the fact that these aren't even hardtop Jeeps, because I don't even think they made hardtop Jeeps back then. These are all soft top Jeeps. And you out here just lottie-dying your life away? Dennis has no survival instincts, okay? He has none. I don't know if it's my glasses that are dirty or my lenses, but Dennis has no survivor instincts. I would have kicked that dinosaur in the face once it opened up its little neck things because I'm scared. So when you're scared, you have reflexes. Apparently, he wasn't that scared. Then it sprayed that crap on me, and then you have the audacity to climb up, get to your door, and look at it? Dude, get in the car. Get in the Jeep, close the door, start the engine, and keep going. But no. You want to take a last look? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Like, I don't know what race he is, but he's not from the race that is like flight or fight. They don't have that in them. They don't have it. He didn't fight. He ain't properly running. He's just like oogling. Then you have the nerve to disrespect the dinosaur. Like, you called him stupid. No wonder you're extinct. I'm about to run you over. I feel like at that point, I feel like dinosaur understood English, and he understood. Like, did he just curse my mother? Did he just say what I think he just? Oh no, he got to go. And I'm hungry. I don't know the last time they fed me, because this whole movie I didn't see them feed this one. They fed two. Three was eating. The third one was eating on its own. The first one we saw. This one we didn't see it get any food. So he was probably hungry and was like, "What are you doing? What? Oh, manna from heaven. God, thank you for this gift. And he's given me the chase that I've been needing. Oh yes, thank you, God." I literally think that is what this dinosaur was thinking. Granting it, we're just gonna base it on the movie and not on reality, okay? But I'm just saying, like, let's keep going. Okay, so Dennis did everything wrong. Like, so I want to critique Dennis really quick. First and foremost, he shut down a whole entire park, right? Not thinking these dinosaurs can kill you. You're driving with wet glasses, driving erratically in slippery, muddy roads. Because I didn't see a paved road there at all, only in front of the entrance. Okay, let's see. You have the embryos in your pocket instead of in a cup holder in the Jeep. You have it in your pocket. You insulted a dinosaur. You literally gave it opportunity to spray you in the face with its poison, and then you left the door open of the Jeep and expected not to be in there? Oh my gosh, Dennis. And now he's dead. He's currently being eaten by one of the dinosaurs. It's crazy. Okay, so he got Tim out the tree. Out the car. And Tim's like, "It's impossible. I've never climbed or gotten out of a tree." He's like, "I'll help you." "How is it going to be done? This is 15 feet. And the car started coming. He's like, "Just go." And all of a sudden, the boy knew how to get out of the tree. I try to think about me. Like, how would I do in that situation, Will I be able to survive for that long? I don't know. Let's keep going. So what I'm getting from Dr. Hammonds, right now they're in the scene where him and Ellie, which is the female doctor, they're in the lunchroom or dining room, and he's eating ice cream, and he's just basically telling her about his first thing that he ever created when he left from Scotland was a flea circus, and now it's Jurassic Park. I get a sense that Dr. Hammond is an inventor. He's not so much any other type of doctor, if you know what I mean. Like, he's not an ologist, and like, he just wants that shock and awe, wonderment, people liking what he creates. I think that's what it is, and he failed to realize the era of Jurassic Park, and everyone is literally trying to explain to him, and he's like, "Oh well, we should never hire Dennis. That was our problem. We relied too much on automation." No, you need more automation. You just need not. You just need to not have people that are easily bought. Like, pay the man, but let's move on. What I find interesting when they go to reset the power is that the other power junction that they need is literally on the other side of the compound, which is on the other side of the island. Like, who thought that was a good idea? I swear, the people that think up designs are dumb, and I feel like the person that designed this Jurassic Park should have been slapped. But Dr. Hammond is just too busy trying to get the dinosaurs up and running that he didn't think, like, why is it on the other side of the compound? Why isn't everything in one spot? Okay, so I find it interesting that the raptors thought they could take on a T-Rex. At least one of them, and it ended up dying. And then now Dr. Hammond's like, after Dr. Grant's like, "I'm not going to endorse your park," Dr. Hammond's like, "Yeah, I don't want to endorse it too." Dude, you already put like millions of dollars into this park, so because you created this thing without any thought. I just want to say, like, this movie is amazing. The last part where the kids were eating and the raptors tried to get them was funny, where he ran into one of the stainless steel counters in the kitchen. I thought that was funny. But overall, it's a masterpiece. Like, one of the best movies I have ever seen. And I just love everything about it. There are some things that I did touch on that I thought was useless, like Dennis. He's like, um, shoot, I forgot Samuel L. Jackson's his name, but he's like, I can't turn the park on without Dennis. Dude, you did. I mean, he died, but they did without Dennis. I think Dennis, what happened to him was good. Because he literally tried to cheat the park, and he did some stupid things to die, and that was his own fault. Um, I feel like in Jurassic Park in itself, it would have been really good, like, if Dr. Hammond had made the dinosaurs like he did, but minor killing machines. Like, why the velociraptors? Why those, right? Why the T-Rex? Why not that spitty thing? There are other ones out there that they didn't show us. This movie was predominantly focused on T-Rex, raptors, and Brachiosaurus. Those are the three main dinosaurs, because they came up throughout the movie. So that's what it was mostly focused on. That small one that spit at you that looks like a lizard, that thing was, to me, that's scary, And then the Triceratops, same thing. That was just another added dinosaur, but it really didn't hold any type of real significance in the movie. The plants that he just randomly had around because they're pretty, that's like me picking out plants. I literally only pick out plants because they're pretty, and then bring them home, and I'm like, holy crap, my cats like to eat anything green. So then I catch my cats chomping on plants, and I ask Alexa, hey, and it's like, that's poisonous to cats. I'm like, holy crap. So now my cats can get sick, and so my plants, they suffer because I'm trying to keep my cats alive. So it sounded like I was the one that bought the plants for Jurassic Park. That's what it sounded like. But besides that, I thought it was great. The electric cars, honestly, I didn't like it. I thought it was lame. They should have just had man-made cars, because even though when he flipped the power, they would have been able to get back to the park if they weren't electric. But I do like the concept. The concept that he had was really nice. It's a tour, and instead of you walking it, you just drive through. So I did like that, but still, I thought that was crazy. And then using amphibian DNA, which was a good idea, yes, but why not research the animals that are able to jump sexes? Why not make sure those aren't the frogs that you use? It's crazy, because there are so many species out there that don't need a partner to create life. He didn't do his research, but I thought it was good. I liked all the parts that I've seen. All had a purpose. And Dennis was the villain, but I feel like after his villain era or moment, he should have, I guess they made him disappear in that type of way, but he could have been on the way out from the first system. They should have ate him then, but he got eaten by a minor dinosaur in the show. It probably wasn't one in that time period, but in the movie it was. But overall, as a fan, I love it. I found some stuff that I'd never seen before. I'm pretty sure when I go watch it again with a different lens, I'm going to see more stuff. But I absolutely love it, and I think it's the greatest. And it does say it's based on a novel. So if I can find the books, I'm pretty sure I am going to buy them and read them, because I love the movies. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to my Jurassic Park review as a fan. Let me know how you felt about the movie. I thought it was, like I said, I think it's great. So yeah, and this is just Jurassic Park, the first one is what I'm talking about. That 2-hour long one. That's the one I'm talking about. Okay. Toodles.